the first thing you guys formatted was an agenda, and you can look on the packet that you've got has what an agenda looks like. There's also a PDF of an agenda in your agenda folder, and then I have the agenda key posted. The Dropbox is also open, so you can look at what your assignment looked like, and you can also look here at what an agenda should look like, the key. And so you can see the title's all caps, the 2-inch top margin, it's bolded, double space for the heading, and then it's returned and everything's left aligned and double spaced. The thing to know is just how you're going to manipulate the Word document, because the packet that you get, the formatting packet, tells you what needs to be done. 2-inch top margin, bold, all caps, double space, single space. But it's good to review. Again, an agenda, I see when I go to a school board meeting, it's what they're going to talk about in the meeting. My husband goes to a co-op meeting. He sees all the things that are going to happen in the order, what they're going to talk about at that co-op meeting. So their agendas are used all over the place. The next thing we learned about was the letters. And we looked at personal and business letter. In the personal letter folder, you'll see the PDF of how it should be formatted. You'll see the Dropbox where you can find your assignment, and also I have unlocked the personal letter key. Now, personal letter is just that. It is a letter of personal nature, so to a friend, not to a worker. Up here is your address, the date, quadruple space, who you're sending it to's address, double space, to them, double space, single space, your information, double space, sincerely. You'll have a quadruple space, your name. Okay, when you print these letters, they're signed right there. In my case here at school, a lot of times I print business letters. I sign them, and then I have to scan them back in so that I can email it to the college or whatever's going on, wherever I have to send my signed letter to. But personal letter, it looks like that. If you're looking at a business letter, it's more professionally done, and many times the business letter is typed on letterhead. So your return address is already up here. I use letterhead all the time when I'm typing recommendations for students for college, for scholarships, for job applications. So my return address is right here. So we don't type a return address up here like we did in the personal letter. We make sure there's enough space and so that we don't type on top of the letterhead, and then we go ahead and put the date, quadruple space on down, and then it's who the letter is being addressed to is this address. So sincerely, and a place to sign, your name and your title. And then the one thing we add to this is our initials at the very bottom. If in the format it has XX as an example, that's not our initials, okay? I don't know anybody with the initials XX, okay? So whatever it is, your initials need to be in lowercase, all right? So Zach, lowercase z, lowercase h is what would go there. That is your business letter. Then we looked at memorandums. A memorandum used to be used quite a bit more before emails came along. But a memorandum is to, from, date, subject listed, not bolded, but all caps. And then notice that this information all lines up. So it's 2 tabs and then 1 tab for the information. Double spaced, single spaced, your initials. Itinerary, when we looked at an itinerary, it was our agenda to go somewhere. I send an itinerary out all the time for FBLA State, and I'm sure even if you're a cheerleader traveling to a ball game on a Tuesday night, there is an itinerary. Okay, what's that? Marching band. You have to have an itinerary, a leave time, what you're gonna do, and when you're gonna come back. Now, notice center aligned is the title, itinerary in all caps, and it's bolded, who it's from and the date. Double space everything else, and the bolded would be the day and the date. So Friday, March 1st is bolded, but everything else is not bolded nicely. That's your itinerary. News release. It's really hard for reporters to know what's going on all the time. And so the point of a news release is for you to send information to a newspaper, a magazine, or some kind of media so that they know what to report on. They may not know you're opening a new business and that you're having a grand opening on Saturday. And so the top is in all caps, news release, double space, your information, double space, the day you want that information to go in the media. So release it April 5th, 2016, quadruple space. Grabowski Physical Therapy to open in April. That's the title of the article or the story. Quadruple space, and then everything else is double space. The information you want to get out there in the media. Now, what's unique to news releases is that at the very bottom, once you are done typing all the information you want to be in the media, you use 3 pound signs or hashtags. They go at the bottom. A double space, 3 pound signs or hashtags show that you are done presenting your information. Okay? All right, then we looked at minutes. So after we have that meeting that at the Farmers Co-op or the Centura School Board, then we have to type the minutes of what happened. So we have Centura basketball in bold and all caps, center, double space, minutes of February 1st, 2016, quadruple space, and then everything's left aligned. The last formatting we did was the report, and this one is a really nice report. It's got the correct top margin. It's bolded in all caps. The spacing is nice throughout. The side headings look good. This person went ahead and did a nice job of citing at the end of every paragraph their insight notation, their insight citation. A lot of people did not do that. We talked about in-text citing for several days, so it's there. So this person did a nice job, again, with side headings, spacing, and then when I put this to Schoology, it broke the paper up, so I don't know why. But again, it's, as you can see, it's just very nicely spaced. The information was good and detailed, and then the works cited page looked good. And so is a 2-inch top margin on that one, no bolding, it's set up nicely. Again, if you are somebody that does not particularly love the report grade that you received, come talk to me. I'll let you I'll show you what you did wrong and I'll let you rework it for more points, okay? All right, so that's really it as far as formatting goes. When you guys come to class on Monday, you're gonna get information. You're gonna get to pick the 4 assignments that you wanna do out of 10. So maybe you're like, yeah, I wasn't very good at the itinerary, but I like doing the agenda. I'm gonna pick the agenda. Then you can complete and create an agenda and put it in the Dropbox. And I'll go over all this on Monday with you. But you're gonna have to kind of know what you're doing as far as setting margins, as far as setting spacing, tabbing, dot leaders, vertical alignment, different word features like that you're gonna need to know how to do. As far as the document goes, I'm giving you the resources so that you don't have to memorize what each document looks like. Thanks, Jaden. Call to order is bolded, attendance is bolded, minutes are bolded, and so on. But everything else is typed in nicely, double spaced, and some single spaced. Hello?
Hi, can I speak with Mrs. Lucas Savage, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
The next thing we talked about were tables. All right, again, you can find your table Dropbox, you can look at it, and then there's the table key. And in the table key, we had typed the title, all caps, temperature, and then some capital, some lowercase for the second line, Tallahassee versus Ravenna. And then things that you need to know about the table or remember is how to create it, set it up. Columns go up and down, rows go side to side, and make sure you know how to merge cells, okay? Vertical alignment is another thing you need to know with tables. Vertical alignment means that there is the same amount of space up on top as there is down below because it's centered in the middle. That's what vertical alignment means. Horizontal alignment means the same amount of space is on the left and the right margins and it's centered across. Okay? In the table of contents, I don't have a key to show, I guess, but we did the Cheddar's menu, and if you remember, we learned how to tab without any dot leaders, typed our information, did a dot leader tab that was right aligned, so all of our 9s added right up together. Okay? You're going to want to make sure you know how to do that. When you have some study time here in a little bit, if you can't remember, you need to ask me.